Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, blue ready.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's got some space here. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready, black, we do that.
Jameis to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. I got it. Kill. Turn up. Ready, ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
17 yards. And first down. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Winston, he's got Smith here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Armstrong. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Armstrong. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gentry. Ebron caught left side. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on first down. Gentry. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 40 base.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. But 44.
On first down, Gentry. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to go up top for the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
What we got?
Following the interception, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This will be fielded at the 17. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set. 10 logo.
Check right. Bang, bang.
You draw quarter. Hey, zoom. Go. Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Hilton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. And this
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Gentry. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal.
44's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Gentry. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on second down. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check topper, deep grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards there and a first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Ready.
Check 52. Kill. Under 10. 10.
On first and 10, Gentry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Gentry. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 59.
Throwing on first down, Gentry. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Looking to throw, Gentry throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Check 59.
Second and 9 now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Short little throw to Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gentry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
23 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Winston to throw it this time. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rocky Sin, a rookie second-rounder from Temple, there to make the play. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 13 yards. It's now 3rd down and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Coming to you. Coming to you. Check 37. Check 37. Watch the safety creep. Bravo. Check 50.
To throw on 3rd down. Gentry. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys, there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action. Gentry. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give, Eckler running to the right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever.
Smooth. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check. You ain't going. Ready?
From the gun, Gentry. Throwing left side, it's complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 41-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Bobo's the mic. Mike's Bobo. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Ready, go.
2nd and 3. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Damian Ratley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, side on the 50. Let's go.
Winston. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 65 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. To throw, Winston. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
That's what I do. Mike, 44. Oh, here we go. Rush in.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this one complete on the slant route and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
44. Big stop, G. Big stop.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man, it's Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Complete to Hilton. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Colts 34, Jaguars 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.